What's up, everybody?
I'm Coots.
And I'm Tank. Thanks for joining us on today's edition of This or That.
Movies.
Today, we got a Tom Hanks versus Tom Hanks brain bender.
You can never go wrong with Tom Hanks films.
You really can't. He would be like a baseball player that hits like 800 from the
Constantly?
plate. Like four out of 5 times he gets up to the plate, he hits a home run.
Yeah.
There's been like 3 movies ever that he's made that I was like, meh.
Which ones, may I know?
I don't know. I appreciated how good artistically Castaway was, but I was like,
I think if you cut out the first 30 minutes and the last 10 or 15, it would have been a much better film. If you cut down where he was almost faster on the island, it would have been
I never
much
thought
better
about that. If it was just about the island and you really didn't see much of his life before or after.
Blah, 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 and then there was all the life of him getting off island, and I'm like, dude, cut that down 10 minutes versus the 20 or whatever it is at the end of the movie. And it's like, dude, I watched a lot of it going, all right.
So our debate today is Forrest Gump versus Apollo 13.
Easy one for me.
I love both of these movies, but yeah, it was an easy one for me too.
I want yours first.
Mine is Forrest Gump. I gotta pick Forrest Gump.
Okay.
For sure. It's just, I don't know. Like I think Forrest Gump is an all-time great story. But this was, it was tough. I mean, it was an easy choice between the two, but I absolutely love Apollo 13. I love that movie. It's a real story. It actually happened. They portrayed it so well. I don't really know. I don't really know which one of these I've seen more, honestly.
I've seen them both quite a few times, but this was also an easy pick for me.
Yeah.
And I went Apollo 13.
That, I am shocked.
Yeah, no.
That.
Apollo 13 is one of my top 20, and I've watched it so many times. I'm a huge fan of Ron Howard, the director. The cast alone, for me, I love Kevin Bacon. A lot of people, either you love Kevin Bacon.
I like Kevin Bacon. I don't understand. Like, a lot of people make fun of Kevin Bacon, and I don't understand why.
Gary Sinise is one of my favorites.
Gary Sinise is amazing. That's another. It's a double.
Right. It's
double
a double Gary Sinise.
Yep,
I forgot.
Double Gary Sinise and double Tom Hanks.
Dan, and that's right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I would say Forrest. I just feel like Forrest Gump is a better written and shot movie. I kind of like my life. Minus the learning difficulties, my life is pretty Forrest Gump-esque, except I was nowhere near as successful at anything as Forrest Gump was at everything.
Everything he touched was gold, so...
But I've had a pretty diverse life.
Yeah.
And I have thought once or twice about the fact, I'm like, man, I'm just like, okay, well, I did that now, on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And people were like, you just dropped? Like, I was totally and completely in love with rugby for so many years that there are at least 100 people, I'm sure, if you told them I have had nothing to do with rugby for many years at this point, they'd be like, no way. You've got to be talking about somebody else. And I'm like, yeah, but I did that, and it ran its course, and I felt like it did, so I'm on to the next thing. Yeah. And that was kind of his, I think, well, Forrest Gump's thought process was okay. But, I am not a distance runner, and I never will be. I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, I was a distance runner. So.
Dude, the way they shot that movie, the location filming was amazing. But I gotta hand it, like, filming wise, I gotta give the edge to Apollo 13 because I bet that was way harder to shoot than I bet it cost a lot more money, and I bet it was way harder to shoot than Forrest Gump because it was all confined, tiny spaces inside of a rover and a capsule. Oh man! But what an amazing story! That's what makes it so difficult. That's what made it more difficult than I think some people expected, because like the whole time you're watching Apollo 13, 30 minutes into Apollo 13, you go,
yeah, and
you stay there for the rest of the movie. It's amazing.
They get out of the fucking capsule.
Yeah.
Until they open the door.
And this is the thing. This is what guarantees that you know it's a good movie. We know what happens.
Yeah.
You know what the outcome is before you see the movie. Everybody knows the story about Apollo 13. They all survived. It's all fine. It's all good. But the whole time you're like, that's what makes a good film.
I saw it in the theater and I'm sitting there going, Jesus, the whole time. And I knew the story from when we read about it in school and this and that. I read up on it before, loved it, but the whole time I'm watching it, gripping my seat.
Yeah, it's good, but it's Forrest Gump for me. They got
Apollo
Vietnam
13.
War in there. They got athletics in there. They got boats. I love boats. Yeah, it's Forrest Gump for me, but by a very, very thin margin. A thinner margin than I think people would expect.
Yeah, Apollo 13 by about that much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have anything against Forrest Gump?
None whatsoever. I love it, but I just love Apollo 13 that
It's
much more.
good, dude. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I get it.
Yeah.
Jenny sucks, by the way.
She's a bitch.
That's really shitty. Like, man.
Yeah.
At least Haley Joel Osment is a good actor. At least she produced.
Yeah. She did that? I didn't know that. Wow. All right.
Well, that's the kid. That's who plays their kid. In the movie. So it's not actually your kid in real life, but
yeah, I've been like, oh really?
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So it's Forrest Gump for me. Apollo 13 for him.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Make sure you like and share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Radio Rhapsody with Coots and Tank, and please like and follow our Facebook page, Radio Rhapsody with Coots and Tank.
I'm Coots.
I'm Tank, and we'll see you next time, kids.
Peace.